Do late deposit. No. Hi, everybody. I'm sneaking on once again, right? Gonna have to kind of take it slow for a minute because son and his friend kind of have arrived and they don't know yet that we are. So, hold on just a second. All right, now they know. Hey. Okay. Today we are supposed to be talking about the growing birth banks, what we're seeing in the news, um, and how, and compare it to what we in the church, older us, have been expecting, what the Bible has been teaching us to expect. Okay, a lot of things have been going on, right? Thank you for the thumbs up. As always, I love it when you guys comment and share and subscribe and like. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's been going on in the world. Okay. All right, lately, and this, I think this is not a good sign for us. Okay, we got 6 ships that were disabled and taken captive by Iran in the Gulf of Oman. Okay, now if they can disable ships, then that makes it a lot easier to get past a navy, don't you think? And for those of us who believe that an invasion is coming to U.S. soil, that would be a pretty efficient weapon. So to see that kind of technology is incredible, and I'm pretty sure that hacking had something to do with that. Want to welcome all of you. Thank you for coming. It's just really been hot lately to come out here. Just takes everything out of you. Okay. The eviction moratorium ended, and right now they're trying to say that the CDC says that they can keep it going, but there was a 5-day period where a lot of people did get evicted. But it brings into question, because they say that the executive order is illegal and it's defying the Supreme Court, which is kind of tyrannical. And it kind of goes back to the landlords having to be victims of own nothing and be happy in a lot of cases because people mistake them as rich. And that's not necessarily true always. But the areas of concern besides this, but I think it's connected to the crisis of what's it called? Homelessness due to the evictions, loss of housing. It looks like at the same time banks are taking back properties, and there's a lot of talk about banks shutting down, not extending lines of credit, and that really is alarming, just as alarming as those ships that got disarmed and taken. Right? It's just as alarming. So we've got our system is just breaking down. It's not just one area in particular. It's a lot of places all over our globe. Is the chat not working today? Ugh, it drives me crazy. How does that even happen? Well, what is this? Pop out chat? No, I'm just there we go. Sunshine, hey there. JB Jeweler, awesome. It says, well, it just welcomed me to my own live chat. Okay, great. I hope everybody's doing great. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. God bless you guys. All right, so you see everything's kind of ramping up. You can tell, I think a lot of people can sense that we're on the verge of something, like teetering. It is like a walking on eggshells kind of feeling. And you tell me I'm the only one who senses it. I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it at all. The truth is, it's like I feel like this urgency, and I told y'all about it last time. It's just kind of, if there's any little thing I need to get it now. Okay. Yeah, that's the way I feel. We're running out of time. That's right. It feels almost imminent. Not necessarily right this second, but it feels imminent. Like it's on the horizon, whatever this is. And you do see that in addition to what the banks are doing, you have to ask yourself, will they eventually go under and take all of the money in your accounts, which they've been known to do. And they've even been known to get into safety deposit box and just steal all the cash that's in them. Property repos are a sign of recession. It seems like those are way up. Okay. And then you look at the supply chain and how it is breaking down. So that's added to military threat, homelessness, loss of finances. Like one day your credit card just won't work or something, like you'll have nothing, right? You got the supply chain is breaking down already. So we can't guarantee, we're seeing spotted across the United States already. They're not just gaps anymore. They're like entire rows of shelves. And I knew this was coming a few years back. You'd have to go way back to see it, but this is the next step where huge gaps are coming in. You'll know it's getting bad when we're rationing and when the military is around the stores and there are long lines. Okay, that's when you'll know it's getting bad. That's what's coming here in the United States. You understand? Hello, Patricia Stewart. Sunshine. Y'all are having a great conversation, looks like. Yep, it does for me getting it done now. I thought it was just personal, as I am 74. See? I knew I couldn't be the only one. I knew it. Okay. All right. Like the horse is talking about, what was it? I think it's the third horse. Or it's the second. One of them is you can tell it's economic, it's financial. I think it's second. And the third one is pestilence and famine. And pestilence can mean pandemics and famine. And considering what is happening in space and how it is affecting all the planets, including our own, and the crazy shifts in the weather due to the magnetic pole reversal. So the growing zones are all messed up. They really are. We went through extreme heat last week. But it wasn't the heat, it was the UV. It was so intense. It just made it awful. Yeah, you didn't want to really be outside that long. So yeah, you got to wonder, your credit card's always going to work. And at the same time, paper's going to become useless too. Nobody's going to want it. All right. But the supply chain breaking down, you gotta really think about that. This isn't just about food. This is sincerely about anything survival wise that you haven't gotten yet, like life straws. Y'all know what those are? They're like, you can get pretty much any water and suck this straw and it comes out clean, kills all the parasites. There's no parasites, it's just clean water, and it's good for 264 gallons of straw. That can be life-saving in so many situations, you guys. And they're like $17.44 at Walmart a piece, but on Amazon they're $5 for 64 plus tax and no shipping costs. Oh, I love you, son. I love you so much. You're the best son ever. That was my firstborn man-child, Micah. Bought me chocolate. Oh, yes. I'll have to wait to eat that, right? I was about to rip that right open. He knows I love our shares. Toilet paper alternative. Baby wipes. They can come in handy just in case your water isn't on, along with mouthwash, paper plates, strong paper plates, though. Hello, Art by Adrian. It's good to see you, Adrian. Hope you and Paul are doing well. Just want to tell you, mwah, love you guys, okay? Is bad. $5 gasoline, a pound of butter is 14. Yes, everything has gone up. Everything. Okay. We got this ice maker given to us. It's perfect condition. And they used to sell it for like $364, right? But now it's like worth like $600-ish. That same machine. Everything has pretty much doubled except for cilantro and bell peppers around here. Right? And a lot of things are becoming unavailable. Like I needed to buy a cot. Went up to Academy. None of them were on the shelves where they should be, but the spot was there. And it turned out they hadn't had any in weeks. I got it from the Academy online thing, but it had to be shipped to us, and so I'm starting to see a lot of breaks in the supply chain, and I can't be the only one worried about that. So and then with the issues with the magnetosphere that we're having, there's going to be grid down issues. Those solar panels, those little inverters, they can give you at least something, some kind of power, and they're good for you. If you can, whatever those things are you need to get, I would get them now. Really, just whatever you can. Venezuela, toilet paper alternative. Mahalos to Micah. I'll tell him you said that. That is so sweet, Patricia. That is totally sweet. Okay, so what else are we looking at? All right, yes, okay. From what I've always understood, it's that in the future, people will become desperate enough, like the government will come in to take everything that people have, like food wise, if you haven't hidden it well enough. They'll take your stuff and put it in what they call a community pot so everybody can live better, right? But they're just taking everything. And what they hand out is like basically crumbs. Watch out for that too. Remember the words community pot. That will happen. Magnetar. I learned what a magnetar was, all right, just the other night. Maybe I used to know, I have still have partial amnesia, but um how they say this binary twin system that's in close proximity to ours right now is they've mentioned the words red something and the blue red star something star and the blue Kachina, how they like kind of came in together. Now they figured out that the star, not the blue Kachina, but sometimes they call even planets a star. But the red one seemed like it had iron oxide on it, and then I always wondered what's going on with that blue star. And then I looked at pictures of magnetars, and if there was anything that I would see describes what a magnetar would look like, that's it. It's a blue star. And what it is it's called a magnetar because it has a strong magnetic presence. Okay, so you combine the iron oxide with that magnet and the force of the pull that it carries with it. It's no wonder our solar system started to tilt. Poles are moving, right? It's no wonder. It's got to be massive and messing with our magnetosphere. That they were just talking, and they finally coming out in the newspapers and saying, yeah, people are being told it's probably best y'all get away from the coasts. Y'all start moving. That coastlines aren't going to be safe. All they say is, the water levels, sea levels will rise, that kind of thing. They're just not trying to be very alarmist. But the things, they're there. The signs, they're there. We're seeing a lot of blood rivers lately, a lot of water turning red, huh? I'm seeing that with, wow. Many places are out of business. Some goods may not be coming back to us. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I remember it's when I had a vision a couple of years ago, and it seems like everything has come true. And because some of the things were personal, but it was like in order. And so far, everything's come true. But at the end, because I was in this university, and I could see the food donation box, and it was full. And then when I turned my head and looked back, it was almost empty. So I ran up to it and I looked, and all that was left was really like a bag of noodles and a couple tins of tuna and something else, but it was just almost nothing there. And they were talking about how freebies were over, and, like your grants were over, you'd have to pay this by yourself, kind of thing. Yeah, speeding up, definitely, amazing. All right. Another sign that Christians had been expecting for years. They always said in the church, ones I came from, a lot of people, the old school churches back in the day, they said, watch, the fallen angels will be coming back and they will try to pass themselves off as aliens, and that the government would do some kind of disclosure of aliens at some point. I was told that when I was a kid, just out of being in the army, when Miss Lula stayed and started taking me and my little brother to church. I'm listening to this in big church because Miss Lula would sit us down for big church, and we'd sit there and I'd listen. I couldn't see the pastor because I was really short. We weren't sitting in the front. There's a lot of adults, but I remembered I went there for years, and they did say it. They said it. They will try to pass, but what they are the fallen, and that they'll start talking about a different God than the one that we know as Christians. Oh, hi, Keith. Oh, it's so good to see you here. Oh man. Oh, it's wonderful you made it. Hello, John the Revelator. Microfiber towels work great too. Okay. Okay, looks like y'all are having. Okay, yeah, sunshine. I'll see if I can pull those up still. Try to figure out where I saw them at. Maybe it'll be like in my history or something. Okay, cool beans. All right, what we've also been noticing lately is a change shortage. And one has to be suspicious as like if they're doing this to just push us into a cashless society even more by get because we really do have a change shortage again here in my neck of the woods. I don't know how things are going on your property and in your neighborhood. Sitting here looking at this chocolate. It's temptation. Oh, I can overcome this. I can overcome. I think I want chocolate. It's wrapped in gold beeper. Oh. Anyway, sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. Um. Oh yeah. Yep. All right. So it's like we see it coming. It's almost like, okay, like my girl said, it's like nesting. A woman about 2 weeks before she gives birth, she gets what they call a nesting instinct that kicks in. It's not something she does having thought it. It's just suddenly you decide to clean everything. Like you start getting everything ready. And that happens about, at least 2 weeks. You just feel it to get ready. And this is what it kind of feels like. And when you see in the news the way everything's breaking down, you know, we're about to go down one more step. All right. You didn't know. Mmm. Oh my gosh, sunshine. Thank you so much. God bless you, girl. Thank you. That is very cool of you. Mwah. Oh, thank you, God. Ugh. Speaking of, last time I told y'all I really wanted to go preach, street preach with my friends from Out of the Box with Michael Stokes. He had like this group, and I asked y'all to pray for me, and guess what? It worked. I got a ride, and I only had like 3 hours sleep that night, but I did it, and I had. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. It felt like, I learned a lot, and I got to be there and talk to them and be a part of something bigger in our city of Houston. So I just wanted to tell you your prayers worked, and I loved it. And thank you so much. It was just like, ooh, it was good. Oh, thank you, sunshine. Oh, thanks, AA. Oh gosh. John the Revelator. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. Urgency. Clarissa, hello. It's good to see you, girl. They're not printing money on purpose. They're preparing people for the MOTB, which I refuse. Yeah, me too. Those with, we've got a Holy Spirit that lets us know, we can feel in our guts and in our spirits, and just knowing sometimes. And when we're all feeling the same thing separately, then that's a big deal. That's confirmation, and it's not something we have to know necessarily. It is like that, not nesting instinct. You just know it's time to get ready, and you just start doing it. Oh, oh yeah. I'm not dealing with any marks of any kind on my body for the rest of my life. That's for sure. My son, he told me about iPet Goat 3. I didn't even know had been out. And it was very disturbing to watch. I mean, you can't watch those without feeling creepy, because a lot of that stuff has kind of already been going on. And a lot of it's just creepy. It was just creepy. But there was this one scene where there was obviously a dead person on the ground, and a syringe comes in, and people think he's getting injected, but I looked, and he wasn't getting injected. Something was being taken from the dead body. That they pulled something out, like with their blood, that kind of thing. But a lot of people didn't catch it. The syringe filled, and it's just, and they had just been flashing the little goofy goof picture they always have in the news with the little things coming off of it. Readability of those contents. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, and then I also saw it on like reactions from the Middle East people, and they were really excited and laughing and happy. And yeah, it's like there for everybody to see, and depending on who you are, you definitely get something different out of that. You know, you see a future leader awakening, Paris fall. Oh man, just ooh, oh, it's the sign of the woman of Revelation 12 is seen even on this film, and the next scene is like a moon that is as blood. I mean, just ooh, it's a creepy thing. That guy's lot. Yeah, they tend to like let people know what they're going to do before they do it. Like it's some kind of universal law for both sides. God told us what would happen, and telling His people, and you know, oh, ugh, ugh. Yeah. So this is where we are right now. The birth pains are getting. Now some people might think, oh, maybe, hey, is the water breaking? Not yet. I don't really think so. I think we still got a little ways more to go. So seriously, buckle up. Did you hear the? Yeah, I did hear that, and also saw uh, what it looks like under a black light, like their hand under a black light. If you haven't seen those videos yet, they aren't on my channel, but you can find them somewhere else. Um, yeah, everybody's really creeped out, and I mean, didn't you hear what was it? Was it Cuomo in New York wants all the businesses to be like mandatory vaccinated customers only, and then this other guy in California that everybody's like, oh man, he looks like a gangster, but he's the coolest person ever. He's like, he put up a sign, only unvaccinated, kind of like proof, you need to be proof of unvaccinated, and he's like drawing thousands of customers apparently. He's like, his business is booming. So all is not lost, because people, it looks like a lot more people see what's going on than maybe we give them credit for, because like a lot of times you feel like you're trying to help people and inform them. It's like brick walls, but no, more people are awake, and we're learning to really support each other and get each other's back more. And I think that guy in California, his business, that's a good reflection. And I mean, of all places, California, it's like, okay, finally something I can be like, all right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. It's worse now. Yeah, and they are really messing around with mm, Israel a lot. So I'm telling you, the talk behind the scenes about a two-state solution is really ramped up. I mean, it's in the news, but it's not in the main news. I mean, like you have to look for it. You know, I'm like, okay, okay, okay. I'm trying not to be very nervous, but then you see, okay, even Homeland Security's been hacked, all the banks have been hacked, nuclear power stations have been hacked. It's like, oh, now 6 ships. I mean, how safe do you feel electronically, right? How safe? And like, see, with this magnetosphere issue, we will have strains on the grid. We're going to have strains, if not moments, where there's crippling of the grid. Things are going to get kind of hairy, y'all. As far as that horrible stick, you know, uh, ugh, yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm anti on that, definitely. And of course, they're trying to blame everything on people like this. But I'm like, how can you blame it on me? I'm perfectly fine. Don't blame it on me. My house is we work. We get up every day and do chores and go to work, whatever. Well, my kids go to work. Behind the scenes here at the house. Yeah, it's like I've said before, Patricia, we might get scared, but you can't be brave without being scared, as long as we're brave. Yeah, there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more. And they kind of, you start asking them, a lot of people have brought up antibodies, and they're trying to talk about that too, like no matter what, follow this advice. So they're trying to diminish antibodies. But I don't want to talk about that a whole lot because I really am afraid of the censorship bot, really. Isolating my. Well, good luck with that. Not to lose. Stay away from them. Yep, yep, yep. Burp, burp. Yeah, I'm seeing. I had a friend of mine. We were talking about it. One versus the other, and he couldn't convince me, and I guess I couldn't convince him. Otherwise, people they made up their minds just as much as we have. Except now we're at risk of being denied rights to even go grocery shopping if we have people like Cuomo going on. Yeah. They don't pay very well, I'm telling you. Like nothing. At least not me. I don't have a very big channel. I can't farm. Well, you might have to learn, kind of, or maybe, put your skills to work in a down situation. I think that a lot of different types of skills will come in handy. So maybe you won't have to farm. Maybe you can trade services with somebody who can farm, you know, because if money's no good, we're going to have to come up with a trade and barter system. And that way, that will work. All right. I wanted to talk to y'all about just considering getting those life straws. They're like at Walmart, they're online. Got a pretty good deal from Amazon online. It's like 5 life straws for like $64, like I said. But I also want you to think about those little inverters and some little solar panels to attach to it. So those are really good. And some of them are very affordable. All right. Yes, that was yes. I was watching him. He reminded me so much of Clinton from back in the day. As anybody with I did not blink 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 blink, blink, you know. Blink blink blink. Well, yes, yes, Clarissa. I can see where that would be more convenient and better for you, especially with asthma. Yeah. Thank you very much, Patricia. Means a lot. Thank you. Mm. Oh, I think I'm supposed to, I almost forgot. I needed to um, tell you that a lot of progress is going on with the trailer. I just got, like I said, that ice maker that's going in there. And next, we're going for 2 tires, which is, you know, it's not gonna be new tires. They're gonna be like new used tires because it's really just gonna end up parked in a spot, beside another food truck we'll be just selling out of our trucks. So it doesn't need to worry about traveling a whole lot. Just it'll sit there and keep the air in it. You know what I mean? So yes, everything is coming together. That ice maker was actually worth a lot of money, and it's beautiful. And I've decided on the colors. It's gonna be turquoise with like pink around it and like pink lettering kind of logo thing, you know. And that wooden shelf that's all beautiful now. Mm-hmm. It's gonna pop. It's gonna be wonderful. God's just sending me what I need. So it's gonna serve a really great purpose. Yeah, a lot of people think he should resign. I mean, it seems like and then it's like, didn't somebody drop some Syrian ambassador for Russia, something like that, just dropped dead from a heart attack after all these other presidents suddenly died? That's that. That's kind of wild. I had some questions about them, like, well, about this last guy, did he just receive his shot, or did he, what? I really wish I could have been a fly on the wall to know the truth on that one. Yeah, buying online right now might be the only way for just a little while, but sometimes things come in waves, and it seems like we'll get a break in different times after a hard time, and it's like we have a period to just kind of stock back up and get ready for the next wave. So whatever's about to hit us, I don't know if it's long term, I don't know if it's short term, but just make sure you're ready for the next whatever. If they're talking about lockdowns, okay, you're talking about that. Just be nice to make sure that we're not rich, but with the way shipping is headed, and the shelves are getting bare, and things are not always in stock even online, just get what you need. Yep, stay centered, keep your eye on God, try not to worry too much about what you see, just prepare like Noah did. Prepare your ark, strengthen your stakes, and let's get ready to ride the storm. I mean, we can get through this. We've got God with us. We have Jesus with us. Remember, he walked on water. He calmed the storm. He's amazing. He's pretty awesome. So praise God. All right, you guys. I am going to let you guys go for now. And I just want to thank you all for stopping by, and all of you who give to me. Thank you so much. I love you, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.